Ahtisa Manalo's final Q&A answer at Miss Universe Philippines 2025 has sparked debate among pageant enthusiasts. Some critics argue that her response, while heartfelt and inspiring, did not directly address the question posed to her. She was asked if a good leader leads by example, to share an event in her life where she led by example and the impact it had on others. Instead of citing a leadership experience, she referenced her fall on stage and tied it to her personal journey and her late grandmother's dream. While her answer was emotionally compelling, some believe it lacked a clear connection to the leadership aspect of the question. However, others argue that her ability to turn a setback into a moment of strength demonstrated resilience, which is a key trait of a leader. Ultimately, her delivery, confidence, and authenticity may have outweighed any concerns about the technical accuracy of her response. So how was she rated highly if she failed in this respect? That's a fair point. If we look at pageant Q&A criteria purely from the standpoint of answering the question directly, Ahtisa's response may have fallen short. Critics argue that she did not fully address the leadership aspect required in the question. However, pageantry is not only about technical correctness, it's also about presence, delivery, and emotional impact. Despite the disconnect between the question and her answer, Ahtisa turned her response into a deeply personal moment, which resonated with the audience and judges. Her confidence, sincerity, and the way she tied her journey to resilience made for a memorable moment, which is often what wins crowns in pageantry. Some argue that authenticity and emotional engagement sometimes carry more weight than strict adherence to the question in final rounds. But if we judge solely on question accuracy, then yes, she could have structured her response better to align with the leadership theme. Do you think judges should penalize contestants more heavily for straying off topic? Ahtisa Manalo's Miss Universe Philippines 2025 victory has certainly sparked debate, with some critics, especially supporters of other candidates, arguing that her final Q&A response did not directly answer the question and that her competitors delivered more precise responses. However, pageantry is not solely about technical accuracy, it's a combination of presence, delivery, authenticity, and impact. While her answer may have strayed from the leadership theme, Ahtisa's ability to turn a personal setback into a moment of strength resonated deeply with the audience and judges. Her emotional connection, confidence, and sincerity likely played a significant role in securing her win. Additionally, her overall performance throughout the competition, including her swimsuit and evening gown rounds, contributed to her victory. Her competitors, including Winwin Marquez and Ileana Aduana, also delivered strong answers, with some focusing more directly on the given questions. However, Ahtisa's charisma and ability to engage the audience may have given her an edge in the final round. Ultimately, pageant judging is subjective, and while accuracy is important, impact and relatability often weigh just as heavily. Do you think a contestant should be judged more on technical precision or emotional connection? Emotional responses play a significant role in competitions, especially in subjective events like beauty pageants, talent contests, and public speaking. Here's how emotions influence judging decisions. 1. Emotional connection with judges and audience. Contestants who convey sincerity, vulnerability, or genuine passion can make a lasting impression. Judges are human, and a deeply moving response often creates a sense of relatability, making a contestant's performance more memorable. 2. Perceived authenticity. An emotional answer or performance often feels real and unrehearsed, which can increase the contestant's credibility. A well-structured answer may sound robotic if delivered without emotion, while a heartfelt response, even if imperfect, can resonate more deeply. 3. Influence on subjective judging. Some competitions rely on technical precision, example gymnastics, debates, while others value impact and presence. In subjective events, emotional delivery can tip the scales. Judges might favor a contestant who sparks an emotional reaction, even if another competitor gave a more technically perfect response. 4. Confidence versus vulnerability. While confidence is important, showing vulnerability in a competition can create a compelling moment. Judges may admire contestants who open up about personal struggles or connect their answer to a broader emotional theme, making them seem more relatable and inspiring. 5. Memory and lasting impression. People remember emotionally charged moments far more than neutral ones. A contestant who makes the judges and audience feel something, whether excitement, empathy, or inspiration, is often seen as more impactful, which can influence final scores. 6. Balancing emotional appeal with substance. While emotional responses are powerful, they must be balanced with depth and clarity. A contestant who relies only on emotion but lacks a well-thought-out answer may not score as highly as someone who blends emotional delivery with a strong message and structure. Ultimately, emotional responses can elevate a contestant's performance, but they work best when combined with substance, structure, and confidence. Ahtisa Manalo's answer did stray from the core intent of the question, but it wasn't entirely disconnected. The question asked her to provide an example where she led by example and its impact on others. Instead of citing a direct leadership experience, she spoke about her fall on stage, framing it as a lesson in resilience and determination. While her response didn't explicitly address leadership, it touched on an essential quality of a leader: overcoming adversity with grace. She showed how setbacks can be transformed into moments of strength, which could be interpreted as leading through personal example. However, the connection to leadership was implicit rather than explicit, making her answer feel more emotionally driven than technically precise. Had she framed her experience with clear leadership actions, such as inspiring others through her resilience or taking charge in a challenging situation, her response would have been more aligned with the question. Instead, she leaned heavily into personal storytelling, which might explain why some critics felt she missed the mark. While Ahtisa Manalo's answer may have lacked direct alignment with the question, it undeniably carried emotional weight, which likely contributed to her win. Pageantry is a blend of content, delivery, relatability, and impact, and in this case, her ability to engage both the judges and audience on an emotional level may have been a decisive factor. However, it's important to consider that her overall performance throughout the competition, including her presence in the swimsuit and evening gown rounds, her overall charisma, and her consistency, also played a role in securing the crown. Pageant victories are rarely decided by the Q&A round alone, rather, it's the totality of a contestant's performance that determines the outcome. Her competitors may have given more direct answers, but Ahtisa's commanding presence and ability to evoke emotion made her stand out. Given the balance between content and delivery, do you think emotional impact should ever outweigh technical precision in pageantry Q&A? In beauty pageant Q&A rounds, both emotional impact and technical accuracy matter, but finding the right balance is key. The proper judging criteria should ensure that contestants are articulate, composed, and insightful while also leaving a lasting impression. The evaluation of the question and answer segment in beauty pageants is typically guided by well-established criteria that assess contestants on several key aspects. 1. Content and relevance. Does the contestant directly answer the question? Their response should be clear, concise, and thoughtful, avoiding generic or rehearsed statements. Strong answers often have depth, originality, and personal insight. 2. Delivery and eloquence. How well does the contestant communicate? Confidence, voice modulation, pacing, and eye contact all contribute to a compelling answer. Judges assess how naturally and convincingly the message is delivered. 3. Authenticity and emotional appeal. A winning answer feels genuine and heartfelt rather than robotic. Judges value sincerity, and answers that reflect a contestant's personality or experiences tend to connect more deeply with the audience. 4. Composure and presence. Handling pressure is a skill. Contestants should maintain grace and confidence, even if faced with a challenging or unexpected question. Body language, poise, and facial expressions contribute to their overall presence. Some competitions may weigh technical accuracy more heavily, while others prioritize overall impact, which is why winners can sometimes be crowned based on the totality of their performance rather than just the precision of their answers. Based on the judging criteria for pageant Q&A rounds, Ahtisa Manalo's answer at Miss Universe Philippines 2025 had strengths and weaknesses. Let's break it down. 1. Content and relevance. Strength: she delivered a heartfelt response that showcased resilience and determination. Weakness: her answer did not directly address the leadership aspect of the question. Instead of citing an event where she led by example, she focused on her personal journey and her late grandmother's dream. 2. Delivery and eloquence. Strength: Ahtisa's delivery was confident, composed, and engaging. She spoke with conviction and maintained strong eye contact, making her response impactful. 3. Authenticity and emotional appeal. Strength: her answer was deeply personal and emotionally compelling. She turned her fall on stage into a metaphor for resilience, which resonated with the audience and judges. 4. Composure and presence. Strength: despite stumbling earlier in the competition, She handled the moment with grace and used it as part of her response, demonstrating poise under pressure. Our final verdict. While her answer lacked direct relevance to the question, her delivery, authenticity, and emotional appeal likely played a significant role in securing her win. Some critics argue that her competitors gave more precise answers, but Ahtisa's ability to connect with the audience and judges may have outweighed technical accuracy. Ahtisa Manalo has already shown incredible poise and authenticity, but stepping onto the Miss Universe stage demands an even sharper command of the Q&A round. Here are our key tips to elevate her performance. 1. Directly address the question. While emotional storytelling worked at Miss Universe Philippines, Miss Universe judges are often stricter about answering the question directly. She should make sure her response has a clear beginning, middle, and end, with a direct link to the question. 2. Blend emotion with substance. Emotional appeal matters, but it should be anchored in logic and clarity. Ahtisa can still use personal stories, but she needs to frame them within the context of global leadership, empowerment, or social issues, themes that resonate internationally. 3. Prepare for hot-button questions. Miss Universe Q&A often includes questions on politics, climate change, social justice, and leadership. She should practice structuring answers that are diplomatic yet confident, avoiding overly vague responses. 4. Master brevity and impact. The best answers are concise yet powerful. 60 to 90 seconds is the sweet spot. She should avoid rambling, ensuring every sentence adds value to her response. 5. Own the stage with confidence. Delivery matters as much as content. She should speak with conviction, using pauses effectively and maintaining strong eye contact. A calm, steady voice exudes leadership, making her response even more convincing. 6. Prepare for follow-ups. Some Miss Universe finals include rapid-fire follow-up questions. She should train for unexpected shifts, ensuring she can adapt gracefully and maintain composure. 7. Anticipate the viral moment. Many winning answers go viral because they are powerful, inspiring, and memorable. Ahtisa should craft responses that leave a lasting impact, whether through a strong closing statement or a compelling one-liner. Remember, Pia's confidently beautiful with a heart. If she fine-tunes her approach using these strategies, she can own the Q&A round and position herself as a standout contender for the Miss Universe 2025 crown. In closing, here is our motivational call to victory for Ahtisa Manalo. As you step onto the Miss Universe stage, remember that your journey, your voice, and your presence have already inspired many. You are no longer just representing yourself, you now carry the hopes of your nation, the dreams of those who look up to you, and the strength of the challenges you've overcome. Walk with grace and purpose. Speak with confidence and wisdom. Let every answer, every smile, and every moment showcase the incredible woman that you are. Whether facing the judges, the audience, or the universe watching, trust in your authenticity, intelligence, and power, because that's what makes a true queen. Now, as Miss Universe Philippines, you carry the pride of a pageant-loving powerhouse nation that has produced some of the universe's most iconic queens. You are stepping into a legacy of greatness, beauty, and strength, and you have the chance to add your name to the history books. The crown is within reach, and the universe is watching. Go and claim it. This is your moment to give everything you've got. The crown is not given. It is earned. And as you step onto the biggest stage of your life, you must show the universe that you are ready to reign. This is your time. This is your stage. This is your destiny.
You just watched a video production by Mr. Pageants. If you like this video and have any suggestions, please like, comment, share and subscribe. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next video.